I'm Peter Pollay, Executive Chef Owner of Pasonic Cafe in Asheville, North Carolina. So I was one of those students in college with no direction whatsoever. And once I finally graduated, and knowing that I fed myself going through college for 5.5 years, yes, I was on the extended program, I figured that, hey, let's try cooking, since I had to cook for myself and my roommates for 5.5 years. So I decided to have some fun after working so hard in the city to move out to Malibu, California and work with Wolfgang Puck on the beach at his restaurant Grenada at the time. And that was my first experience with California Nouveau cuisine and an open kitchen, which is just fantastic, especially in Malibu with all the stars that come through there all the time. We even had some stars that lived in the so-called subdivision behind the restaurant, and I guess they just thought it would be easier to walk through the back door, through the kitchen, right to the table, instead of walking around the building. So it was a lot of fun to see and interact with those people at the time. My wife and I just one day decided, hey, let's open up a restaurant. And in the process of designing the restaurant during the renovations, we were coming up with menus and kind of noticed all the menus were very reflective on how we ate at home. And at that time, we were eating gluten-free at the house. My wife was diagnosed with celiac disease during the pregnancy of our second child, so about 8 years ago. And I just decided we should just have a 100% gluten-free restaurant. It's a very hard thing for my wife and I to be able to go out to eat and to be able to know that we will be safely accommodated in the restaurants. Cross-contamination is a huge thing in all restaurants. And if you don't find a restaurant that actually prepares everything from scratch in their own restaurant, it's really hard for them to exactly know what's in every ingredient and every product that they use. Many nights, cooking at the house with the family, we usually forget to go shopping. And my family has a very discerning palate, and they are quite demanding, helpful, but quite demanding. And it's kind of funny, every once in a while we do have to open up the fridge, see what we have, and make something that will nurture us and, you know, sustain us and satiate us. And that's a challenge every day that we have, and I think that's the challenge that we're going to be doing today and tonight with the truck parked outside. We open up the doors, and those are the only ingredients that we could use. So I'll look at it as a big refrigerator door and just go in and kind of do what I do every night at home.